Hey guys, welcome to FTTV. Welcome to your Thursday. Woo!
Ooh. Ow. So, Thursday, today we are covering a very important topic, and we bring important topics to everyone.
Yeah guys, so FTTV is bringing you awesome content every day, Monday through Sunday.
Yeah, we are always here in your feed. Every time you open it up, we're like, every day.
Rapping.
We're not rapping, but we're here every day.
We could rap.
Now today, what are we talking about, Dev? Really
Today we're talking about strength training myths.
Yep.
So we unfortunately hear a lot of strength training myths.
It drives us nuts.
Drives us absolutely
No, it doesn't really. We just think,
drives me
it's
ballistic.
not really true.
Zali's a nice person and it drives me nuts. I hate it.
You don't say anything mean though.
No.
You say, that's not right.
Smell it,
Okay,
ladies.
so 3 strength training myths. The first one I'm going to start with is one that we hear a lot. It's women.
The biggest one, you don't even need to say.
It's women. They don't when they do strength training. They don't want to look like a man. And fair enough. I don't want to look like a man. No one wants to look like men.
I don't want to get huge.
Apart from men, you probably want to look like a man.
Yeah, I would prefer to look like a man, to be honest. Yeah.
Anyway, so strength training for women. I want to say that is a complete myth. You are never going to put on size. You're never going to get big and muscly. You're never going to get biceps like Devin. Look, you ripped your shirt there with your biceps.
Dude.
Don't be...
Ladies, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. The reason it is not going to happen is because women don't have the testosterone...
Testosterone? Don't have no testosterone, God damn it.
Testosterone needed to put on muscle. Men do. That's why they get so big. But women don't. So I could train every day. I could be in there for an hour and I could lift really heavy weights. Actually, I do that already. And you know what I mean? I'm never going to be a big person. Like, you're not going to put on huge amounts of size. In fact, strength training, I think when women do strength training, it changes. Their bodies look just awesome. It gives them shape. It gives them, like, nice toned physique, toned shoulders, toned arms. Like, that's really desirable. I love it.
Yeah.
I think women that do strength training look amazing.
I think like this myth and I guess the concern for the ladies, I think comes from kind of 2 main places. Obviously the first one is what Zali just touched on about, not wanting to look big, not wanting to look like a man. Because they see men go into the gym and, you see them,
I don't think that's what it is.
In the gym.
I don't think that's what it is. I think before, like in the past, they said, light weights for women to tone, heavy weights for men to bulk. And that's not the case. Women, lift as heavy as you can and lift weights often and you'll look terrific. You know what I mean? People know now that...
Yeah, like...
You know what I mean? If I lift like 2 kilo dumbbells, I need to be lifting heavy.
Yeah, like ladies...
It's a myth.
You're not gonna bulk up, like Sally said, In the female body there is not enough testosterone. And
you stuffed it up then?
No, I was trying to say what you said, but I couldn't be that wrong.
Anyway.
But there's not enough testosterone and the other types of hormones kicking around and flowing around that you need to put on muscle like that.
Kicking around.
They're just not naturally occurring in the female body.
So just do it. Do it and you'll be pleasantly surprised. Obviously keep your diet in check. And keep what you eat in check as well and you will see some awesome results.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is, they see the female bodybuilder type look.
When their bosoms are pecs.
Now, ladies, let me tell you that those women that you see, female bodybuilders and whatnot, the way they look is not the result from going in and doing weights 3 times a week.
They are athletes. They live at the gym. They lift heavy weights. They are their everyday training.
They
have strict nutrition. They have supplements, steroids. I don't know. Some of them might. You know what I mean? Like, it's not natural for the woman's body to go like that. So don't be worried. Don't be worried.
It's not going to happen. It's just not.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. We're going to be talking about joints. Now, Devin, I want you to be my weak muscle, strong muscle. So, this is my joint. Now, so the myth is doing strength training is bad for my joints. So, I have a sore elbow joint. Obviously, get approval from your doctor first. In some cases, this is probably true for 80% of people. There might be a few people in there that strength training, depending on what happens, you definitely want to get approval from your doctor. So, I have a sore elbow, a weak joint. Oh no. But let's do this. This is it.
Well, that makes more sense.
Yeah, because this is my joint. It's weak and it's uncontrollable. Give me some strong muscles, Dev.
Strong muscles?
Around my
Okay,
joints.
so here are some strong muscles. So, they really stabilise.
so easy.
We have some high quality props here.
And go weak muscles.
Weak muscles.
Nah, anyway, but the point of that is, if I have strong muscles around my joints, it's going to help support my joints, keep them in place, and keep them functioning smoothly. So if my elbow is weak, or we need more support there, you want to strengthen the muscles attaching to the elbows. That's the areas you're going to focus on strengthening, because if they're strong, they hold everything in place. So strength and flexibility you need to focus on.
Yeah, and like guys, a lot of like strength training itself is not ever going to have any negative impact on your joints.
Unless there's some sort of injury, like
yes, but that's a totally different kettle of fish. If
you're healthy,
if there's a pre-medical condition, like I have a big ganglion in my wrist, and that really hurts. But strength training, it didn't cause it, and it's not going to make it any better. But strength is going to help.
If you're healthy, strength training is going to help support your joints. It's going to help keep everything functioning smoothly.
Yes, basically the point I was trying to make, guys, is strength training is not going to be bad. Bad technique, on the other hand, can have a negative impact on your joints.
Get your technique
so, guys, there's a few just key points when it comes to technique and joint health. When it comes to strength training, they're both very, very simple.
Oh!
First one is, you see it all the time, especially on things like bench press, like squats, leg press, we see it all the time. People come in, they push, and then they throw it up with a big jerk at the top.
Don't even do it.
And it throws, you can see the weight come up and then come back down on fully straightened arms.
You want to come at the slight bend. I always say to people, keep their joints soft. So you don't do you can still do the full range of movement, but see how my elbows, just a little bit soft. Slightly bent. They're not super bent. They're just a little bit soft, and they're not straight. Don't hyperextend. So what that happens, if you hyperextend a joint, your joints slam together. Just go slowly. That keeps joints safe, because if you slam them, it crushes all your little meniscus in your joints, and you don't want that to happen. So just keep it nice and soft.
Yeah. So in essence, guys, moral of the story is just don't fully straighten any joint. Yep. Always have a very, very slight bend. Knees are the worst.
Get professional, assistance.
Yeah, knees are always the worst. You should never.
I feel they are too.
You should never fully extend the knee, because your knee naturally will kind of bend back out the other way.
Yeah.
We've all seen those horror, clips on YouTube where people hyperextend their knees. It's awful. You don't want to do that. And guys, if you ever need any help, come and grab us. Come and grab the staff.
A coach, your trainer, whoever it is.
Anyone's more than happy to help you and show you a few technique tips.
Okay, last tip.
Oh, so my biggest tip, guys, is I see this all the time. This is probably the second most common one I hear. People tell me, "Oh, look, Devin, I don't really want to do strength training because I just want to lose weight."
Okay, so I want to say something. Cardio is really, really good to burn calories. Strength training doesn't burn as much calories straight up, but long-term strength training is better. You need to be doing both. Cardio burns them straight up, strength training burns them in the long term, because what strength training does, it builds your muscle, it increases your metabolism, and it keeps you burning fat constantly.
Yeah, so guys, your muscles your muscles are burning calories, burning fat, just from existing, just because they're there. They're a living thing. They're moving, they're doing stuff, they're doing their thing. They are burning fat constantly. So if you spend a little bit of time doing strength training, get some lean muscle mass on, your weight, your fat, will come off a lot easier and a lot quicker. Because you've got that solid base. Yes, but
cardio, strength, both together, functional training, does both. Excellent, and that's our 3 tips today. Comment below if you have any more myths that you think, is this a myth? We could do another video.
Yeah, guys, if you've got any other questions about strength training, throw them down below. We're happy to answer. Remember, guys, please like, comment, and share.
We'd love it if you did that.
Oh, we'd love it.
We do. If I see someone that shared a post,
we want to get out there, help more people.
Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much for joining us on Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow, where we are talking about, should I work out morning or afternoon? The age-old question. Right, guys, enjoy your Thursday. We'll see you then.
See you Friday.
Bye.